I want to know who.
I don't even want to know
Personally, I don't want us to roll up somewhere and everybody knows about you except for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm Raquel Mornings.
And I'm Jay Anthony.
Gang, gang.
And that's Christina Danielle. Welcome back to another episode of Mood 24/7.
Yes, sir.
Today we're going to talk about Lori Harvey, the queen.
Period.
Okay? That's what us women think.
Really, that's what a lot of the men think too.
She is the queen of all queens. She has pulled, well, I mean, personally, I don't think Future, I'm not attracted to Future. That's
Girl,
just me
please.
personally.
I'm sorry.
Who all does she have?
But she
had Future, she had Trey Songz, she had Diddy's son.
Which one?
She had Diddy
Prince.
himself.
What's his name? Justin.
She had Diddy himself too.
She had Diddy and
She did. Yes, she did.
She dated the father.
That's how
as
good
well.
she is. She had the father too.
Yes. And now she has Michael B. Jordan, who everyone is going crazy
Didn't she
about.
date somebody before Michael? I feel like
It was somebody else.
Future.
But she was with
It
Future
was
before.
Future
right?
before.
But it's somebody else on that
I'm
roster.
missing
too.
somebody.
That roster is impressive. I just
It
want
is.
I want sis to teach me her ways.
I actually don't know about that because I mean, listen. The only reason I said I don't know about that is because yes, she can pull them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying anything about her keeping them because it's probably them that she's probably like, no, I can't be with you. But what I am saying about that is, I don't know. Is she giving it up? You know what I mean? Like, you know, that by her wants. You know what I'm saying?
doubt it.
I don't want to.
that's the
I feel
thing.
like this
get
is
up to everybody.
I feel like that's my problem with this argument because I feel like everybody always associates dating with sex. Everybody
That is
who's
true.
dating
That
is
is
not
true.
having sex with their partner.
Very true.
We don't know if she's having sex with all of these men, and if
That's-
she is,
that's what I'm
that is
saying.
her
That is
business.
her business.
If she wants to have sex with Trey Songz and Michael B, with Trey Songz and Michael B and Justin and Diddy and Future, hey, to each his own. But if she want to have sex with all of them, that's her business.
It
Like, we don't get to
is.
say, she's a hoe because she's having sex. It's women out here who making money off of having sex with at least she's having sex with men who can do something for her. A lot of y'all are having sex with men who can't do
That
nothing
is
for
very
you.
true.
So a lot of y'all out here
Now,
giving it up, sucking and doing all of that. And you don't even get a Happy Meal. And y'all want to talk about Lori? Like, come on. Lori is out here just trying to find a man that she wants to be with for the rest of her life. We don't know if she's having sex with these men.
Yeah.
And if she is, who are we to tell her no? Hey, I'm done.
You felt that one?
I did, because
Down in the spirit.
hey, you know how I get.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yes, no, but I agree with that statement.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, as far as it goes, for me personally, I think she's gorgeous woman. I think she's doing, she's making her own money, doing her own thing.
Right.
But I'm just saying, if that was the part of it, for me personally, I wouldn't be like, oh, no. And that's not just for a woman, that's also for men. I don't want someone who's been with everyone. And that's for a man, and I can honestly say, like, I don't want you've been around the block.
Now,
I get where you come from at the
That's
same
just
time.
me personally. But I think she's a queen. She pulling all these dudes who have money, who have income, who are doing something with their lives. That's big steps. That is something that a lot of people need to learn from.
Was it Drake?
Was it Drake? I don't think she messed with Drake.
No, I don't think she messed with Drake. No.
Now, my
It
thing
was
about
somebody else.
that,
I can't remember
Keely,
his
I
name.
understand 100% where you're coming from about not wanting somebody who's been around the block. However, I kind of feel
I ain't
like
been around the block.
That's everybody.
I haven't been around the block. So.
I mean, I understand that, but I feel like also as we get older, the people that we're dating are getting older, and everybody has a past. You know what I mean? And everybody didn't always have the mindset that I'm gonna wait until I find somebody that I love to have sex, or I'm gonna wait till marriage. Like, everybody didn't always have that mindset. So I feel like, and like again, you don't know like what people have been through in the past to kind of. I don't want to say trigger, but to kind of
most definitely
propel them to have sex with multiple people. You don't know what somebody has been taught. You don't know what somebody has gone through. You don't know you don't know. So I wouldn't want to date somebody who's been around the block. I think for me, it's more so about where are you now, and what are you doing now, and have you gotten tested, and are you still, you know?
And before you step to me, what is your intention?
Right. So I think for me, like that's kind of where my mindset is at, because I understand that, like, as we're getting older, I mean, you knew, just like I knew other people before I knew you knew other people before. Now that don't mean I need to hear about everybody, you know, because I don't want to hear that. I don't want to. I don't want to hear that, because I will kill all of them. I don't want to hear all that. But you know what I'm saying? Everybody has a past.
I feel that. I don't want to hear, like, you know, in detail what y'all did, but I want to know who.
I don't even want to know
who. Personally, I don't want us to roll up somewhere and everybody knows about you except for me. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
so I want to know who. But don't tell me what and how it was and who's the best and when it happened. Don't need to know all that.
My sophomore year, I had one of them. Now, I get where you come from with that. The thing that I dated, y'all know. You know.
Yeah.
Applebee's. It's like we pulled up to the gas station. We couldn't go nowhere. Somebody knew him, and I didn't like.
You know him?
I'm like, how the fuck do you know him?
We used to be like, oh.
So if people do approach me like, oh, you talk to them, oh, I already know about you. What's good? Like, it's the fact that you don't tell me and you hide things. That's when it becomes a problem.
But see, I feel like
I need to know personally.
I get that, but I also feel like it's a difference between hiding and respecting, like, what your partner can handle, if that makes sense. Because for me, like, I get what you're saying. So, like, I don't want to go to the function with all of your friends, and then your ex pops up, and then that's the first time I'm hearing that this was your ex. Like, let me know before we get to the function, you know, hey, I used to date this person, and this person is going to be here. And then let me decide if I want to know the extent of y'all relationship. Because I feel like, in some cases, I feel like everything that we did in the past doesn't need to just be brought up. Like, I don't know if y'all know who Devon Franklin and Megan Good are, but they're like, they're like my top, like, I look at them for, like, relational, like, things. And they talked about, like, most of the things that they did when it came to their partners. Yeah. They didn't talk about it unless it was relevant. And I feel like that's important, because I feel like you don't want to know everybody that I've kissed or everybody that I've given my heart to or said I love, because I don't want to know. Like, I don't want to know that.
See, like, I just want to know the details. I just want to know the people.
Right.
So if it does happen, like, if they go, oh, I used to talk to someone named Megan, I'd be like, okay. So then all of a sudden Megan pops up and you're like, oh, Megan's here. Okay, that's cool. I don't
you
need
made
to,
a face to that.
I don't need to know the details
so you feel like
about what happened between you and Megan. I don't care about what happened between you and Megan. I just, okay, so I know Megan's here, cool, no problem. And you're not feeling uncomfortable because I already know who she is. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm not saying I want to know everybody you had a thing with, okay? I'm saying, like, I'm talking about relationships or hit.
Now, me
you get what I'm saying? I'm not talking, kiss means nothing. Well, personally.
That means everything.
Okay.
Personally, I'm talking about kiss. Personally, if you're, like, if y'all are just, let's say, talking or something like that, and y'all just kiss or something like that, or you just at a party and you kiss. That's a better example. If y'all at a party and y'all kiss because you're playing spin the bottle or something, it was only a kiss. I don't need to know about a kiss, but I'm talking about people you've hooked up with. I'm talking about people you've dated before. I'm talking about people like y'all were in love even though there was no title, that type of situation. So when they do pop up, you're like, oh, Michelle's here. I don't know what happened between you and Michelle, but I know that you brought her name up. Cool. It's not like one of y'all have to leave now. I got my eye on Michelle. She come over here getting too close. Michelle, back up. Thank you. He has a woman now.
But I feel like that's another thing. Why would you put me in a situation where I gotta be around?
So, Keely, you want to know if he picked the pencil up for the girl in 4th grade?
No, you don't listen. You honestly don't listen. I literally said, if you're doing kisses, and no, like, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I just need to know if y'all had a love connection, or if y'all dated, or if you had sex with the person. So that way, because I've seen in certain situations, certain people had to leave or something like that because it gets uncomfortable. Me, I'm the type of person, I don't care. I would say
He mine now.
This is, I wouldn't say laughable, but in a certain situation, I'm like, I can play things off really, really well.
Do y'all gotta know if they had sex with that person?
Yeah, I said that. Yeah, hit.
I feel like I feel
you
like
better let me know.
I feel like I have to know.
I can befriend somebody
Yeah.
and they not even know. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So
I feel like I have to know.
I don't know. Like, I don't.
That's a hard one.
I'm not a fan of hurting my own feelings because I feel like once I know, like, I don't want to know. Like, in my mind, I want to just feel like, bro, you were a virgin when you met me. That's just what it is. Like, there ain't nothing.
Right,
you ain't love no. Matter of fact, you just
And-
dropped down from heaven. You weren't even on this earth before you met me. Like, once you met me, it don't even, like, I don't know. And I also feel like in situations like that, like, why would you have me in the same space? And I get in a situation like Lori Harvey's situation, for example, she's dating men who are all in the same industry. So of course they're not all in the same industry, but you know they run in the same circles. Yeah. So there are going to be moments where maybe her and Michael B might be out and might see Justin and Diddy going to get some lunch or something like that can happen.
That's a really small circle.
However, I feel like most of the time, the people that were, why, I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say.
You good over there?
I just, he got that shit. I just feel like,
listen,
I don't know. It's just hard for me because I just don't want to know all that. Because like the way my mind works now, I'm thinking now, I'm like, well, do you still want this? Like, I just don't want to have to go through all that like in my mind. Like, I don't want to have to. So if it ever becomes relevant, like for example, say you dated this girl and she's still friends with your family, and I'm gonna, like, this is hypothetical because if I come to the family function, ain't nobody that you dated ever be at the function. But I'm just saying, I'm just saying hypothetically, if we're in that situation.
She said, please.
Then of course I want to know, like, what was the extent of your relationship? Obviously it was deep because she's still coming over to the family functions, but I just feel like the person that you're dating should make you feel secure without having to. I don't know. I feel like that sound. I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say.
I think I know where you're coming from.
Like, you should feel secure enough to not have to know every little thing they did in the past.
You look like
action. Girl, you look.
Hey, I'm Raquel Morning.
Good.
You look good.
Nah, what you got to say?
You just look stuck. I'm kidding. I'm probably look stuck in your drink too. She's a runner, she's a trap star.